I want you to look at that image for just a moment. A physician, alone, standing in a hallway he has walked 1,000 times. He has answered every call. He has saved lives. He has sacrificed more than most people in this room will ever fully understand. And yet, right now, he is standing there alone. And if you look closely at his posture, he is not celebrating. He is not at peace. He is carrying something. That image is not random. I chose it deliberately because the image tells the truth about something nobody in the financial industry has been honest enough to say out loud. You are one of the most educated, most skilled, most dedicated professionals on the planet. You earn more than 97% of Americans. You have given everything to your craft. And statistically, right now, your retirement is in crisis. Not because you did anything wrong, not because you were irresponsible, not because you didn't work hard enough, but because the financial system was never designed with you in mind, and nobody told you. That ends today. My name is Lee Boone. I am a retirement protection specialist with Buckeye Financial LLC, and what I'm about to share with you over the next few minutes is not just a sales pitch. It is not a product presentation. It is a diagnosis. Just like you diagnose your patients, I am going to show you exactly what is happening inside of your financial life right now. The risk, the gaps, the threats you cannot see because nobody has shown them to you. And when we are done, I'm going to show you that there is a way through. So let's begin. Let me ask you something, and I want you to answer it honestly, even if just to yourself. When you think about retirement, do you feel confident? Do you feel certain? Do you feel like everything is handled and you have nothing to worry about? Or is there a quiet voice somewhere in the back of your mind that whispers, I hope I have enough. I hope I figured this out in time. I hope I'm not behind. If that voice is there, you are not alone. And you are not wrong to feel it. Here is the reality. You spent 12 or more years in school, in residency, in fellowships, 12 years of your prime earning years, your 20s, your early 30s, invested entirely in becoming the best physician you could be. But every conventional measure, you should be thriving financially. You are in the top 3% of American earners. You have a title that commands respect in every room you walk into. And yet, statistically, you are financially behind where someone at your income level should be. Not because of anything you did, but because of everything the system did to you before you ever wrote your first prescription. The system was not designed with you in mind. The system was not designed with the physician financial reality in mind. This is not your fault, but it is your problem to solve. And today, we start solving it. I want you to meet two people. The first person graduated college at 22, got a job, started putting $500 a month into an investment account. Nothing fancy, just consistent, month after month, year after year. By the time they are 65, that $500 a month has grown to over $1.1 million just from $500 a month. Started at 22. Now, meet the physician. finished residency at 33, started meaningful investing at 34, and walked into the first investment account carrying $200,000 to $300,000 in student loan debt. That same $500 a month starting at 34 grows to under $400,000 by 65. Same discipline, same amount, same market. $700,000 difference. You didn't just lose time, you lost compounding. And compounding is not just a financial concept. It is the single most powerful force in wealth building. And the medical path systemically robbed you of your best compounding years. Nobody told you that you were filling out your medical school application. They didn't tell you that. Nobody put that in a brochure. But it is the truth, and you deserve to know it. Let's talk about the weight you carried in. The average physician from the class of 2024 graduated with somewhere between $200,000 and $300,000 in student loan debt before earning a single dollar in practice. And here is the number that most people never talk about. The average physician does not achieve full debt freedom until age 52. 52 years old. Think about what that means. You spend your 30s paying off school. You spend your 40s still paying off school. You finally clear the debt in your early 50s, right when you should be in the most aggressive wealth building session of your life, or season rather. 15 to 20 years of compounding potential gone. Not invested, not growing, consumed entirely by loan repayment. Most physicians spend their first half of their career paying off the education that allows them to earn in the second half. The math was never in your favor, and nobody told you. Now, I want to share, or I rather want to show you something that should make every physician in this room angry. You earn between $400,000 and $700,000 a year. You worked for over a decade to earn that income. You're taxed at the highest rates in the country on that income. And the government's solution? The government's idea of retirement protection for a physician is to allow you to shelter $23,500 per year in a 401k. $23,500 on a $500,000 income? That is less than 5% legally. That is the ceiling. For the average American, the recommendation is to save 15% of your income for retirement. For you, the government plan maxes out at 3 to 5%. These are not the same thing. The remaining 95% of your income, the income you bled for, sacrificed for, stayed up through residency for, sits fully exposed to taxes, to liability, to erosion. High income does not mean high protection. Most physicians assume that because they earn a lot, they are automatically protected. That assumption is one of the most dangerous financial mistakes a physician can make. You are not protected. You are exposed. And that changes today. I want to ask you something. How many of you, or how many physicians you know, have said at one point, I'll be fine. When I retire, I will sell my practice, and that will fund everything. That plan made sense. For decades, It was a legitimate retirement strategy. You build a practice, you build the equity, you sell it when you're ready to walk away, you retire on the proceeds. Here's what happened to that plan. In 2012, 60% of physicians owned their own practice. That was the majority. That was the norm. By 2024, that number had dropped to 42%. Nearly 1 in 5 physician owners has been absorbed, bought out, employed by a hospital system, acquired by private equity, brought inside an organization that now owns what you built. An entire generation of physicians plan to sell their practice and fund retirement with that equity. Hospital systems and private equity firms change that plan without asking. If you are now employed, the exit strategy is gone. The nest egg you planned on may not exist anymore, and you cannot retire on a plan that no longer exists. I want to be honest with you right now because I think you deserve honesty more than you deserved a polished presentation. 68% of physicians are actively considering early retirement or career change. Not someday, now. That is more than 2 out of every 3 physicians in America. 77%. Nearly 8 in 10 say they would accept lower pay just for more freedom, just for autonomy, just to feel like a human being again instead of a billing unit. Emergency medicine, primary care, OBGYN, these are specialties where burnout is most severe. But I want to be clear. No specialty is immune. This is not a specialty problem. This is a professional problem. You did not spend 12 years of your life becoming a physician so that you could feel trapped. But right now, for millions of doctors across America, the career that was supposed to give you freedom has become its own prison. The very thing you dedicated your life The very thing you dedicated your life to has become the thing you are trying to escape from. You want out. I understand that. I respect that. And I'm not here to tell you that you should stay or that you should go. I'm here to ask one question. Does your financial plan give you the exit? Because wanting out and being able to leave are 2 very different things. And the gap between those two things, that gap is exactly where I work. Your 401k feels like security. I need you to hear me clearly right now. It is not security. It is a deferred tax liability. It is a bill you are slowly building for your future self, with interest, compounding interest on the government's behalf. Every dollar you put into that 401k was pre-taxed money. You did not pay taxes on it going in, which means every single dollar you pull out in retirement, every dollar is taxed as ordinary income, and whatever rate Congress decides that year. And here's the part that should keep you up at night. At physician income levels, at the lifestyle you built and deserve to maintain, your retirement withdrawals will almost certainly land you in one of the highest tax brackets in American history. Look around. The national debt is at a record levels. Tax rates are not going down. They're going up. And every dollar you have been so diligently saving for 30 years The government gets paid on that first, before you pay your mortgage, before you pay your grandchildren's education, before you pay for anything. The government has been your silent business partner your entire career. They did not share the risk with you. They did not work the overnight shifts with you. They did not go through residency with you. But they get paid first, every single time. You have been saving in a tax trap. The bill comes due the moment you need money the most. Here is a fact that is both a blessing and a financial variable that most retirement plans were never designed to handle. Physicians live longer than almost other professional groups in America. You know how to take care of yourself. You understand the body. You have access to the best health care. You will likely live a long, long time. That is wonderful news. And it creates a retirement math problem that most financial plans completely ignore. If you retire at 60 and you live to 95, you are looking at 35 years of retirement. 35 years of living at a lifestyle you've built. 35 years of healthcare costs, travel, family support, inflation, and unexpected expenses. Harvard research estimates that healthcare cost alone in retirement exceeds $500,000 per couple. And that is for the average American, not a physician who knows exactly what quality care costs and will not accept anything less. And then there is inflation. Quiet, consistent, relentless, 3 to 4% every single year. The $20,000 a month you need today will need to be significantly more in 2040, and more again in 2050. Most retirement plans were built to last 20 years. You may need them to last 35. Was yours built for that? I want to talk about something that you already know, but that nobody in the financial world ever addresses directly with you. You carry risk that most professionals will never understand. One lawsuit, one judgment that exceeds your malpractice coverage limits, and suddenly your home, your savings, your investment accounts, everything you built can be legally targeted. Most physicians have no formal asset protection strategy in place. Your wealth sits exposed, structured no differently than a salaried school teacher's, despite the fact that you carry exponentially greater professional liability. And here's what makes this different from every other risk we talked about this day. Every other risk, the late start, the debt, the tax trap, those are problems that happened to you in the past or that are building slowly in the future. The risk is active right now, today, tonight when you go home. Your professional exposure does not clock out when your shift ends. The liability you carry follows you home every night, every weekend, every year until you retire. Your financial plan should be built to carry it back. Most are not. I want you to look at this slide. 6 crises, 1 physician, all happening simultaneously. A late start, a debt burden, a contribution cap that legally limits how much you can protect, loss practice equity, a tax time bomb building in your retirement accounts, and a 35-year retirement that most plans were never designed to fund. These are not theoretical. These are not worst-case scenarios I invented to frighten you. Every single one of these is confirmed by data, by research, by the lived financial experience of physicians across America right now. And they are not happening one at a time. They are not something you handle sequentially. They are all converging on you simultaneously, right now, in your financial life, whether you are aware of them or not. The physician in the middle of that wheel, that is you. And here's what I need you to understand. None of these crises is fatal on its own. Each one individually is manageable with the right strategy. But when you add them together, when you stack a late start on top of debt, on top of a contribution cap, on top of a no practice equity, on top of a tax trap, on top of a 35-year retirement window, the compounding effect of all six together is what creates the retirement crisis that nobody told you about. This is code red. And now you know. Take a breath. Everything I just showed you is real. I did not design this presentation to leave you frightened. I designed it to wake you up, because you cannot solve a problem you cannot see. And now, you see it. So here is what I need you to hear next. There are solutions. I'm not standing here with a list of problems and no answers. The strategies to solve every single one of these crises we just talked through and we just walked through, they exist. Right now. They are legal. They are proven. They have been used for decades by the wealthiest families in America. The ultra-wealthy have always known how to protect income from taxation. They have always known how to create guaranteed retirement income that cannot be outlived. Or cannot outlive. Pardon me. They have always known how to build legal financial firewalls around their assets. They have always known how to make their money grow without the risk of losing it in a market crash. These strategies are not secret anymore. They are available to you. But here's the truth. They are not taught in medical school. They are not offered in your hospital's HR benefit package. And the overwhelming majority of general financial advisors have never heard of them, because general advisors were trained to sell general products to general people. And you are not a general person. What you need is not a generalist. What you need is a retirement protection specialist, someone who understands the unique financial anatomy of a physician's career, someone who can look at your late start and your debt timeline and your tax position and your liability exposure and your longevity and build one integrated system that addresses all of it together. That kind of specialist exists, and I would like to introduce you to one. My name is Lee Boone. I am the founder of Buckeye Financial LLC. I am a retirement protection specialist, licensed in Virginia, Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, Texas, Ohio, Tennessee, and Arkansas, and will expand. But before any of that, I was a defensive back for the Ohio State Buckeyes. And in January of 2003, I was on that field when we won the BCS National Championship. I tell you that not to impress you. I tell you that because of what I learned inside that program. Coach Jim Tressel did not just coach football. He built champions by teaching us that preparation defeats panic, that systems defeat chaos, that discipline practiced in private produces results displayed in public. I took everything I learned on that field and I brought it into the financial services. Because what I do for physicians is exactly what a great coach does for a great athlete. I build a system around your specific strengths, your specific vulnerabilities, your specific goals, not a template, not a one-size-fits-all plan, a protection architecture built specifically for you. I do not sell products. I build protection systems. This is a difference. A product is something someone sells you. A protection system is something we build together, designed around your life, your income, your risk, and your legacy. I've spent my career learning the strategies that the wealthiest families in America have always used and bringing them to high-income professionals like you who deserve to have access to the same level of protection. My job is not to impress you with complexity. It is to give you clarity, protection, and a plan you can actually trust. That is who I am, and that is why I'm here. You have spent your entire career diagnosing problems and solving them for other people. You have given that gift, your expertise, your judgment, your training, to every patient who has walked through your door. Now it's time for someone to do that for you. I am offering every physician in this room a complimentary retirement protection strategy session. 45 minutes, just you and me. No pitch, no product presentation, no pressure. Just a clear, honest, professional diagnosis of exactly where you stand right now and what is working, what is not working, what gaps exist in your current plan, and what a physician-specific retirement protection architecture looks like for your specific situation. You will leave that session knowing more about your financial position than you have ever known before. And you will leave with a clear picture of exactly what it would take to get you from where you are right now to where you need to be. That is it. That is all I'm asking for. One conversation, 45 minutes, and a complete clarity that you need. The QR code on the next slide take you directly to my calendar. You pick the date. You pick the time. You show up on the phone or video call, and we get to work. I want to say one more thing before I show you that slide. Every single day that passes without a plan is a day that the tax trap grows deeper, a day that the compounding gap widens, a day that the window to build a truly protected retirement gets smaller. And you don't need more time to think about this. You've been thinking about it. The quiet voice in the back of your mind, it has been thinking about it for a long time. What you need is action, and that action starts with one conversation. The QR code on this slide goes directly to my calendar. No phone tag, no email chains, no assistant, just your phone, that code, and 60 seconds to secure your session. Scan it now while we're in the room together, because I have learned something after years of doing this work. The physician who scans that code today and books the session today is the physician who changes their financial future. The one who says, "I'll do it later," usually does not. You deserve a plan that was built for you, specifically for you, not a plan that was built for the average American and handed to you because it was convenient. Scan the code, pick your time, show up, and let's build your protection system together. The greatest threat to your retirement is not the stock market. It is not inflation. It is not even taxes. It is making the decision to wait one more year before getting a real plan. You have worked too hard. You have sacrificed too much. You have given too much of yourself to this profession and to the patients who depend on you to arrive at a retirement unprepared. You deserve better than that. And now you know how to get it. Thank you. I will be right here if anyone has questions, and my calendar is open. I would love to sit down with each of you.